Hi, it's Katie from New Acre Leisure. The video would sound a lot better if I said you're joining me from a sunny Saturday at New Acre Leisure, but unfortunately the weather is not on my side. We are about to go and collect a customer from Birmingham Airport. He's travelling down from Edinburgh this morning to collect his new vehicle. He's bought it unseen from us like he did with his first one 7 years ago. Just went off our reputation, which is amazing. And he's also recommended us to many people, so they trust him as well. So yeah, I'll show you what car he decided to purchase. Robbie decided to join us for filming. So annoyingly, I lost the audio file for this clip, so I'll just talk you through it. So twin power doors and a power tailgate, full leather seats, heated in the front row, and then the two electric recliners with footrests on the middle row, and then standard 3 seats on the rear row with 3-point seat belts. The Mickey Mouse headrests, the armrests, a tray table in between the two middle seats, and fold out, as I'm showing, fold out cup holders. And then on the back of the passenger and driver's seat, you've got a fold down footrest. It's clearly yapping about something else here. So electric controls for the passenger and driver's seat as well on the L-Package. So you've got a footrest, calf rest, and then you can move forwards and back and tilt the back of the seat with the controls on the side. And you can set the position of the driver's seat. So if you've got multiple people, I'll show you further on in the video, but you can set 1, 2 and 3 for different drivers of the vehicle for their positions. So then we went to Birmingham Airport to grab Labino. In typical Labino fashion, he managed to leave his phone in his wife's car when he got dropped to the airport. So finding him in the airport was, to be fair, it was quite easy. I was waiting by the terminal, so when he came out, I was there to collect him. We then came back chatting all things Alphard, having a catch up, which is lovely because, yeah, like I say, we've known Labino now for 8 years, so lots to catch up on. And yeah, the next clip is him driving around the corner and seeing his car for the first time.
5 years from the day that I was last year, and we're hopefully going to see the car that will be quite amazing, the new replacement for the 3-litre MZ. This is the home of New Acre, where I took a chance by driving, just buying a car which I hadn't actually seen, but the reputation of New Acre was outstanding, and that was about 8 years ago. And I'm now looking at a completely different New Acre from the one 8 years ago. This is a completely different setup altogether, and you can see the number of cars they actually have available. They've seen all the tricks. They've seen all the tricks of the trades, and the clocking and everything. They've seen it all. They've got used to the stuff that people will do. And although Japanese are, extremely honest, there'll always be people at one side will be able to pay them off, so the car arrives before pre-clocked, and it just makes it very, very difficult. These guys will have seen everything. They've made all the mistakes, and I think that's important. That's the reason why I come here. Now, I've just flown up from Scotland, and they picked me up at Birmingham because there's the level of trust I have with these guys that I can just say, do you know what, I'm going to take everything and look at it and say, well, that is genuine, that's genuine. But I could go to round the corner, Glasgow, Dundee, these kind of places, Edinburgh. They all have cars available, but they've got maybe 1 or 2 at a time. Some may have 5, but this is a huge amount of Alfards. I think they've got some El Grands here as well, and you can see that evidently a minifan. But now this one's quite interesting. Yeah. Let's take a look at this one in particular. Never actually seen this one in the flesh before, but it does look quite an amazing car. And I believe that is limo glass on the back. Now you won't be able to see that, but that's definitely limo glass in the back, which is just quite amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. So it's 8 years since I bought my first car from UA Kids Leisure, and 5 years to the day that I was last down here. I came down just for a fun trip to have a look at the cars. It's always a pleasure to come down. The guys in UA Kids are always welcoming. But today's a special day because it's the day I get my new vehicle. So the ULEZ charges in Scotland are now putting my previous MZ out of business because I can't drive in the city centre. I want something which is going to be as luxurious. The things have moved on, so I want it as luxurious as possible. Paul had this up. I've not actually seen it until just now, and that takes a lot of trust to actually go and buy something without actually seeing it, and paying for it up front. But this is the kind of respect I have for this company, that I don't have to dive underneath the cars and have a look underneath the cars, get torches out. I could literally buy this car in the dark because I know it will be what it will be.
Okay, so this is a Toyota Vellfire L-Package 3.5 litre V6. So the last one you had was a 3 litre, that was 220 horsepower. This is 290, so a step up again. So let's have a look at it.
It's actually interesting. We went to get the insurance company. When I went to get this, I got a really good deal. But before they went and signed up the deal, they said, "Have you ever driven a car as powerful as this?"
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah. So power doors again, power tailgate. I don't know if you had that last time.
I didn't.
So that's a new feature that you
brilliant.
didn't have before.
I like that.
So the L-Package has cinema style seats.
Nice.
Mickey Mouse headrests. So if you do get to be in the middle row and you fall asleep, you don't, your head doesn't roll off the edge of the headrest.
Mm-hmm.
Which the backrest is electric now.
All right.
And then you've got electric car support here. So it's, a massive step on from the older version. Fold-up table in the middle, fold-out cup holders on the edge of both seats.
Can I have a look at that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is
that little table.
Yep,
if you reach to the back of it, then there's a little handle from underneath, and then that flips it down.
And that gives you the space.
2 cup holders in the middle. More cup holders in the actual seats themselves.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll slide backwards and forwards. This one's got the dealer fit step mats as well. Again, in the front, electric front driver's seat in all motions, and passenger side now as well.
All right,
so everything's electric there.
Is it electric?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's got the...
both lovely. Front seats are heated as well.
That is lovely. I like that.
So you've got a glove box here, so I'm going to stand in front. Glove box. And then you've got a little storage cupboard at the top there as well. Cup holders in the middle here. And then that slides backwards and forwards. You lift that up, pull that little lever there, and you can move it backwards and forwards. And then you've got more storage down at the bottom there. So you've got like double layer now, double height.
Yeah.
So that one can sit there. Another storage here.
What was that look?
The little cupboard there.
Right.
Yeah. And then we've put in a USB.
USB and USB-C.
Where do we put the USB in? Stop, Kurt. So we've put USB ports in here for you.
Yeah.
And they're quick charge 3 One of them's USB-A and one of them's USB-C.
Perfect.
So you can go
I was
around and
going to
take a
ask you
close up of that now, okay?
to actually put the USB-Cs in, because now it's nice to have both of them, particularly for some of the older stuff that we've got, the older technology. Brilliant.
So we always buy high-grade cars from Japan, and as we showed you the pictures of it as it came in, it had aftermarket wheels on there, and it had a little bib spoiler on the front, and you were concerned about speed bumps and such.
I was hoping you'd remember that, because as I said, I spoke to you very briefly about the car, and I was hoping that would be off, because I was thinking, you know what, if I hit that, that's just going to break the little struts underneath, and that's a perfect height for me. I'll get away with that.
So we took the little bib spoiler off the front, had the paint made good. There was a little pin dent in the edge of the bonnet here.
Yeah, you remember that?
That we couldn't deal with. Our dent guy couldn't get to the back of it because of where the placement of supports were and so on. So the bonnet got painted and sorted out. The standard wheels, we've had a standard set fitted to it.
You painted the bonnet just for that little tiny dent?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, yeah.
The best set of wheels that we could get hold of, standard ones, were a little bit oxidised. So they've been off and they've been blasted and they've been repowder coated. And then you wanted new tyres on there. We would have supplied standard tyres, but we've upgraded them to Uni Royal Rain Sport 5s, and you're just paying the difference for those.
I think that's, you know what, the forum all pointed to Uni Royal, and I think that's it, because you want this car nice and quiet. I've tried cheaper tyres on the car, and it just detracts from the whole ride. So I've always wanted to get Uni Royals all the way through. So this is just perfect.
So Uni Royal Rain Sport 5s on there. Again, power door on this side. Newacre latest sticker, a little bubble sticker. And you wanted a tow bar fitted on the back as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So we have a 20 series tow bar on there. That's a flange mount, nicely, and it's also a detachable hook as well. So that can be removed if you don't want to have that on there. Power boot there.
So this has got a ball underneath there, yeah?
There's a ball underneath there.
So I can just use that.
And again, from your 10 series to 20 series, the rear seats, you had to do them from the inside.
Yes.
Whereas now, you just literally pull that lever there, folds down.
No lining up.
Move this one to the little triangle line up here. To there. And then release it. And now you don't have to lift it up like a weightlifter.
Yeah.
One finger, click in there. And then
nice.
holds it into position. So it can all be done. You know, you don't need to be a weightlifter to do it like you have to be in the 10 series.
Luckily, I'm a weightlifter.
Just progress.
Not everyone's as fortunate.
You know what? Yeah, lots of years of training. This is fantastic. Looking at the lighting as well, that's quite a change. I like the pillar lights on the MZ, but this is actually...
So these can be dimmed in the same way as the older
the front
pillar lights
middle?
can be done. So from here, you can turn them off, or bring them on. That's the brightest, or dim them down.
That's lovely. This is what I'm interested in, Paul. These speakers. Tell me about the system, the sound system.
So this one you've got, I think, count the speakers up, 2 in the rear, 2 in there, 2 in the middle section, 2 in the front section.
One on the dash?
One in the dash. So
one in the dash just over there. That's just amazing.
So it's got the high-end stereo system in there, and it's the big 3-in-1. I don't think you can actually do better than that. There's elements of it that are still in Japanese that you've got to find your way around. The newer models of this, again, so the next time when you come back and you're getting a 12 plate or newer, we can flick them into English on most of the top levels. But the quality of it is far better than anything you can buy
I was thinking about replacing this head unit, but learning from experience, I would have said just keep it, because you know what, the system was built for this. Little bit of Japanese, I'll work around it. What's that on the dash there?
So that still remains from Japan. It's what they call a VIC system. So they have little beacons at the side of the road that beam information to the car as it's going past. So you can take all of those kind of things off them.
Yes.
But that'll be connected to another unit somewhere that'll be connected to the head unit. And when you start interfering with wiring that is working now, then you can bring in gremlins that you don't really want to bring into the electrical system. So we tend to leave that kind of in place.
And here we've got the
sunglasses holder. It's got a top tint screen in it as well.
Oh yeah.
So that was
I had it on the MZ as well.
Yeah, it's not standard, it's option. And this one you've got to the left of the wing mirror, sorry, the rear view mirror.
This thing?
You've got a rain detector. So it's got automatic wipers on this one.
Is that optional or?
Option, generally find it on all the C packages or L packages, but I would imagine it is option. So this will be new from your first generation 10 series. So the smart locking came in on the facelifted 10 series, and it's went a step further on the 20 series because you just have a key without needing to put it into the dash on the steering lock. You do have a key, so if you ever have a flat battery, you can get in. But as long as you've got that in your hand, you can lock the car. That can be in your pocket as long as it's within the vicinity of you. Mirrors are auto on the L package, so you can have them manual, or so you can have them open or close, or in auto mode. And then when you come back to the car, you just put your hand on, and it's sensed my hand.
That's nice,
and it's unlocked. So it's new for you, but it came in 2006 on the facelifted 10 series, and then you can then enter the vehicle. Same's true. We can lock it here, and then when you come up to the car. In the car park, and you want to get into the back of the car, again you reach underneath, press the handle, and it knows you want to get in, so it opens. And then when you shut it, to the right of that, just press the button to lock.
That's nice. Very similar to the Qashqai, but this one seems to be picking up just on the fingertips as well.
On the
yeah.
So prepping it, it's had the brand new tyres, it's had powder coated alloys. Our dent guys went around it and taken a couple of minor imperfections off it, and then it's had 3-stage paint correction, full machine polish, and then waxed, which is why everything is beading on it today.
It's actually difficult to actually see. You shouldn't really buy cars in rain and the darkness, etc. But having prepped cars myself, I can just see straight away this is actually a really nice job. I've not even seen even a hint of a scratch of any depth, which is quite it's quite something. I'm really looking forward to seeing this as well, just in the regular dried up sun of Scotland. You know what? With the 4 kids that I've got and the amount of mud that we've had in the MZ, one thing I've noticed is these original Toyota carpets just, they come up clean every single time, no matter how much mud you've got in there. I've had oil on the front ones as well from mechanics. They've always come up clean. That's why I was insisting on these Toyota carpets to be there, because that just makes a huge difference to the look of the car.
Okay.
What about these?
So we have auto mirrors, or manual, or can be in or out, or you can leave them auto. So with the door open, then they'll come out, and as you lock it, as you walk away, either on the button or on the remote, then they'll fold in automatically. Fog lamp, which we fit. Then we've got AC, so it has an inbuilt AC, 110 volt AC inverter, and then we can turn off the steering headlamps there. So if you're going onto your drive and it's pointing at next door, for instance, then you can turn.
Oh, run that past me. I haven't got that on this car.
You wouldn't have had on it.
No.
So you've got AFS, so they're basically
they follow you.
They follow the direction of the steering. As you're manoeuvring, you can turn your parking sensors off here. You can do the room lights inside.
I think this one's got parking sensors up front and back as well.
Parking front and rear. It also has traction control.
Right.
You use the trip odometer there.
Yep.
And you can dim the dash lights down here, which is a lot easier than rotating the
leaning forward.
Another storage box there.
Yep.
And then on the other side we put USBs, and we can turn the power doors off. And then we've got heated seats, so you've got heated electric.
I think this one's got high and low, isn't it?
High,
the two
normal,
switch,
and low. And then again on here on the door, it remembers your position once you code in where you want the seat to be.
Yeah.
So you're better to use it and get used to where you want to be first. Katie's got a little help sheet on how to do that. So just
you set your seat position and then hold set and 1, and that will set it that this is the seat position.
Moonroof was a big plus.
Yeah.
I know that I just have to have the moonroof because it just lets in light. But there's one thing I've got in this car which you never told me about, which is the glass, limousine glass.
Yeah.
That's limousine glass, isn't it? Because I can't see through it at all.
It's how darkly tinted they are. It's pretty much black, this one.
Yeah.
But as you can see when you look through from the inside,
yeah.
then you can see out of it.
Well, do you know what? This is perfect because the girls, my girls are like small just now, and they said they wanted the glass, the dark glass.
Yeah.
I know you'd said it was a dark tint, but I thought it was going to be just the regular tint of the Alphard. But this is just perfect. It just gives them a degree of privacy when they're in the car, and I'm like just in the shops or something. It gives them a degree of privacy. It's done a great job on the wheels as well. That I wasn't expecting. I was expecting just a regular set of wheels, but you've taken them off, got them sprayed and repaired. And I love that.
Sprayed, they've been powder coated.
The powder coated, yeah. They're just lovely.
That was done on, came back I think Wednesday or so.
Yeah.
And just looking around, as we said, my guys have got carte blanche, whatever they need to do.
Apologies for my
we've got rear discs on the back of it
entrance
and
to the
rear
video
pads.
here.
They've been replaced.
Just
brand new.
thought I'd insert the video of how to do it while we're on topic.
And new filters everywhere. Would imagine it's had new brake pads in the front of it as well. And good to go.
This is just lovely. Has it got reversing cameras?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got colour reversing camera.
Yep.
With guided parking. Everything.
The reason why I asked that is because it's such a high spec car, and then I saw this little small mirror there. Now that is for.
So the mirrors came in on the front of them around 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So the facelifted 10 Series had that, and if you're sat in the driver's seat, it's got two very special convex mirrors in there, and the back one looks directly down above the wheel.
Oh, that's
so
perfect.
You don't catch the curb.
Yeah.
And the front one shines down above the headlamp. When I say shines down, it's got the angle so that you can see.
That's just perfect.
Where the front corner is, because in Japan that tends to be the corner that gets a little scuff on it.
Yes.
Again, they've got high curbs, and if you catch that, then it damages the front corner of the bumper. So they were something that they put on pretty much from 2005 onwards in cars in Japan, and it's on everything.
I think once I get used to using it or knowing what to use it for, that will come in useful. What kind of lights have they got on it? The headlights?
So HID headlamps.
They'll be 35 watt, won't they?
I think they're 35 watts.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then your high beam is normal halogen bulb.
Yeah.
And then you've got halogen fogs down there, or driving lights down at the bottom as well.
And I've got the cruise control on the steering wheels as well.
Control, yes. Yeah. Twin sunroofs,
Well,
wind deflectors.
This has actually saved me a lot of time, because when I saw this car, I just knew this was the one that I wanted. I'd actually looked at another vehicle, but you said this was the one to go for, and certainly it's surpassed my expectations. I think you've really put a lot of work into this, because do you know what? This is just this looks perfect, absolutely perfect. The girls will absolutely love this. Yeah. Thank you very much, Paul. Thanks for Katie as well, because I think Katie's done quite the vast majority of the work, and then keeping me informed. I have to say I've done very little, other than just turn up from Scotland, because it wasn't that hard. Just basically jump on a flight, as I said, £28 to £40, whatever it is, and come down. You know what you're getting. You're not going to be surprised by anything. Like clocked cars or scratches or damaged vehicles, and this is why it's not a big shout to go from Scotland to Newacre.
Yeah, and we have many customers that do that. We've sold them as far north as Stornoway.
Yeah.
We've sold cars as far south as Jerez in the bottom of Spain. We sell cars as far west as Galway. And this week we've had yourself from Edinburgh, and we had another customer from Derry in Northern Ireland. So that's two fly-ins this week. So it's kind of our weekly customer base that people fly from elsewhere in the country to come and get them, because they do their research, because it is all about research. and then you realise that there's an awful lot of clock cars around, there's an awful lot of damaged cars around, and ensuring that everything is correct in the first place saves you so much pain later on, you know.
It does, and as I've always said, you know, to everybody, buy the dealer, not the car. So the car is side issue. If the dealer's right, you get the right car. They deal with the right cars. One thing also to mention, it's been 8 years since I got my MZ, and during that period of time, usually you'll get maybe 1 year's support with the car. I've had the full 8 years support, and as I said, I wouldn't have changed it. The car is in perfect. It's just running perfectly, perfect condition. The only reason I'm changing it because of the ULEZ, and this one's ULEZ compliant. So it's just going to buy me, yeah, it's going to buy me the luxury I want with the security I need to just travel the kids around, knowing that the car is a safe car. That's my number one priority, is making sure the car is a safe car.
Good.
But
Well,
very good.
I hope you thoroughly enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Tea, and then you've got to drive back to Scotland.
Yeah, and I'm stealing your mug.
Okay.
Taking your mug to Scotland with me.
Okay.
Thanks again, Paul.
So, no problem. Sure.
So we're just going for our test drive just now.
Just past to the next village. It's about 5 miles away, and then we've got some fuel in there. It's always been to get a car.